Good day, Miss. I am Deguma Beverly. The TikTok is talks about teenage pregnancy causes and effects. Teenage pregnancy, also known as adolescent pregnancy, is pregnancy in female under the age of 20. Pregnancy can occur with sexual intercourse after start of ovulation, which can be before the first menstrual period, but usually occurs after the onset of periods. But it can include girls as young as 10. It's also called teen pregnancy or adolescent pregnancy. In the U.S., teen's birth rates and number births to teen mothers have dropped steadily. Teenage pregnancy is global reproductive health promotion problem that affects teenagers, family, and communities, both in developed and developing countries. As children aged 10 to 19 years old, unmarried, and still at school become pregnant. Teens are at the higher rates for pregnancy-related high blood pressure, its complication that average age mothers. Rates for baby include premature birth and low birth weight. Preeclampsia can also harm the kidney or even be fatal for mother or baby. Teens during pregnancy appear to be at increased risk for high blood pressure, anemia, premature birth, having low birth weight, babies expressing postpartum expression. They are likely to be missing a father figure, leaving them with fever, low models, and increased chance for confiding in older child in the same situation. The children's academic success is also further compromised, and these children do not strive to achieve much academically. Furthermore, their kids have social problem and are unable to make friends very easily, which lead to poor relations develop, which is crucial stage in adolescence. Teen mothers are likely to drop out of high school. Recent studies have found that many of these mothers have already dropped out of school prior to become pregnant, but those in school at the time of their pregnant were as likely to graduate as their friends. Pregnant teens often do not have proper healthy habits in order to through a successful childbearing process. These mothers thus have latent health risks which inhibit healthy child development. These young women often end up living on welfare and do not have adequate resources of their child. Many of the teenagers nowadays drinking experiment with drugs frequently with their friends at social gatherings and parties. Teens, however, do not realize the impacts alcohol and drugs have on the functioning of their brain, especially the effects of binge drinking or consuming large amounts of alcohol during one setting. Drinking exclusively as well as experimenting drugs may lead to unintended and unintentional pregnancy. Peer pressure is another major cause of sexual abuse. Often famous may be pressure forced by an older male, a partner, or engaged in sexual activity. These females of fear may feel forced to engage. It is group of teens who begin to experiment with drugs and alcohol and do not do very well in school. As well as now, adolescent pregnancy remains the major contributor to maternal and child mortality. Complications relating to pregnancy and childbirth are the leading cause of death of girls aged 15 to 19 globally. Pregnant girls and adolescents also other health risks and complications due to their immature bodies. The long consequences include lowered educational achievement, medical complications, higher subsequent fertility, low labor force participation, reduced earnings, a lifetime of economic stress, and limited opportunity and maternal failure. What are the effects of teens pregnancy on education? Teens mothers are more likely to drop out of high school. Recent studies have found that many of these mothers had already dropped out of prior to become pregnant, but those in school at the time of their pregnancy were as likely to graduate as their birth. Many contributing factors such as poverty, gender inequalities, gender-based violence, substance use, poor access to contraceptives, an issue with termination of pregnancy. True, in traditional societies, the majority of these pregnancies are socially desired. Several studies have pointed out of numerous risks are associated with teenage pregnancy. Mothers face significant level of stress that can lead to increased mental health concerns. In addition to higher rates of postpartum depression, teenage mothers have higher rates of depression, difficult bonding with your baby, overwhelming fatigue, feeling breathless, anxiety, panic attacks. According to study published in Maternal Child Health Journal Trusted Source, teenage mothers have the poorest physical status, including women who engage in unprotected sex. Teenage mothers may neglect their physical health while caring for their babies. They may also not have access to or know about healthy foods and eating. They are also more likely to be obese. Teenage motherhood does not have to mean a young woman won't be successful in life, but it's important they consider what other young mothers before them have faced related to overall health, financial stability, and the health of their child. Young mothers should talk to a school counselor or social worker regarding services that can assist them in finishing school and living a healthier life. It's important that teens must seek prenatal care as early as recommended, usually in the first trimester. This support for your baby health promotes better outcomes both during pregnancy and afterward. Teenage moms are more likely to have positive mental health and financial outcomes when they finish high school. Many high schools offered program or will make arrangements with a teen mom to help her finish her education. While finishing school can be an extra treasure, it is important for the future of a teen mom and her baby. Thank you for listening.